Yendi is the latest constituency to witness chaos as the New Patriotic Party's deadline for picking nomination forms nears expiration. Chairman of the party in the constituency accuses the NP, Farouk Ali Mahama, of hoarding forms and preventing interested candidates from picking them. The constituency is part of a host of other constituencies which have been marred by various controversies. Let's take you around the country. Let's first stop at Yendi, where correspondent Martina Bugri has been following the issue. She joins us on the line. Martina, paint a picture of the situation there for us.
We are told that the situation is creating some tension in the constituency. Party officials, the chairman, the vice chairman, and some other party executives are accusing the NP of hoarding forms meant for polling stations to be sold to polling stations. Persons who are interested in contesting for that position. And so it's creating tension because they think that he wants to sell it or give it to people who are people he believes will vote for him at the end. And so they think that he wants to stop others from contesting. They believe that it's an election for the party and not an individual. And so they are fighting to have this annulled, as we are told.
In this riot, have there been any destruction of property whatsoever?
Yes, we are told that a meeting was supposed to be held today, and they had sent a circular earlier about the venue, and last night they changed the venue to a hotel in Yendi. And so when some of the executives refused to attend the meeting, so whilst the meeting was on, some youth, we are told, mobilized themselves and attacked the place and then destroyed the gate to the hotel.
Have you ever heard MP holding custody of polling stations for nomination form? I'm here with my coordinator.
Yes.
And some of polling stations today, they are all surrounded, but I made them understand that nobody should be confused or nobody should be surrounded. I'm on course. I'm the governor of Yendi when it comes to NPP.
Chairman, I'm asking if you suspect whether the MP is hoarding the forms.
The MP is in line with some people to do some committee, which I will never act. What we're going to do about it, they should bring the form to my table. Then the regional rep will come, sit with me and the committee. We talk about it, but not to go and sit with some few people and expecting me
what will the constituency over the filing of the polling station executives.
Let's go to the phone lines now. We're joined by the chairman of the Yendi constituency, Abubakar Sadiq. Thank you, Mr. Sadiq. I'm wondering how the forms landed in the hands of the MP. He's not an executive of the party at the constituency. He doesn't. He's not part of the administration of the party. How does the forms end up with him?
Well, good evening to our listeners, and also to you, your view, and my good Yendi constituency people and Ghanaians as well. In fact, I was disappointed when I heard the forms are with the MP. I kept asking questions, trying to reach him. He was nowhere to found. Until I organized a meeting, executive committee meeting, which he attended as a show member, to now tell me he has handed it over back to the regional rep, who is to chair the committee.
Mr. Sadiq, just before you proceed, who is responsible for bringing down the forms to the constituency?
I know the national handed over to my regional board.
Okay.
Chairman Samba. And the regional chairman is supposed to hand over to either myself and my secretary or the regional rep to bring it down to the constituency. Even though the MP is also a member of the committee, but he cannot tend to lead me when it comes to party.
So in this case, the regional executives or the chairman in this case handed it over to the MP?
This is what I heard.
For onward transfer to you?
I wasn't there. You and I were not there. But I later heard they have returned. He told me, he himself, in the meeting, that he has returned the form to the regional rep. And God being so good, today, myself and the regional rep communicated, which he told me he was on his way coming to Yendi. We had a serious meeting between all elders, parties involved, that this is how we're going to handle it. And the meeting venue, I was there this morning with one of the patrons who is a rep and one elder woman I appointed to join us for the committee to form. We were here until I called back around somewhere 10, when time was over because we were to start the meeting 9 o'clock. So when I called, the regional rep told me he's in a hotel with the MP and other members, if I can join them there. So I suspect there, a foul play is going on because meeting changing venue, and I don't know as constituency chairman, and who conveys meeting. That's why the regional rep is chairing it. It comes to be under my custody. I'm the governor of Yendi. When I say governor, when it comes to party, I'm their leader, not MP.
So Mr. Sadiq, what are you going to do about this, seeing all that has transpired? A meeting held without your consent or your knowledge. The forms now, as you're telling us now, return to the regional headquarters of the party. What is your next move?
I was here when all the youth heard it that police station executive got the electoral area coordinated, and the boy was a grassroots man. If you care to know, you found out from Yendi, you will know better. They all came and met me at the presidential lodge annex where we were to hold the meeting and asked chairman, where are they? I said, I have called the regional rep and he told me they are in a hotel, if I can join them there. If the youth were not happy and the good people, the good police station executive and the electoral area coordinator, we all marched today. In fact, when I got there, they were full of security, surrounded them in their hotel.
Well, Mr. Sadiq, we'll leave it here for now, and we'll see how this pans out. Hopefully, the issue will be resolved. We'll return to you, and we'll get an interview also. We've been trying to reach the MP who has been accused, Farouk Aliyu Mahama, but we do not have word from him yet. Once we get his side of the story, we'll bring that to you. But we know here in the Greater Accra region, there have been similar concerns raised, especially in the Ningo Prampram constituency, where some party supporters marched to the constituency research officer's house to demand that they be given access to the forms. This is what happened.
Look at what they are doing. They say one man to a form. And they are here doing the forms there. Oh, stop what are you doing?
But in the Ashanti region, the election of polling station executives had been postponed to the 25th of February. The regional chairman, Bernard Ntwibosiako, says the plan is to make it easier for party members who want to run for polling station positions to participate. Ohiminteria reports.
The opening of nomination for polling station elections has been characterized by confusion and in some instances chaos, as aspirants accuse some party executives for hoarding nomination forms. Menchia North, Kwadaso, Asante Mampo and Kumawu are some of the constituencies hit with widespread confusion. But in an interview, Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Ntwibosiako, said challenges associated with the ongoing exercise are being addressed. According to him, additional nomination forms have been received from the national headquarters for onward distribution to the various constituency election committees. This, an extension of date for the polling station elections to February 25, 2022, will help address concerns.
I have received a lot of petitions from some of the constituencies and concerns. Like we don't get forms, we are looking for forms and stuff. So we call to the election committee people. And then they also told us, some of them said the forms that we give it to them wasn't enough. I called to National for General Secretary also to bring me some forms. The Regional Secretary, Lawyer Kwame Adumapia, at the moment, he has given a communique to all the election committee in the constituency election committee, to come to the region, to come and pick the form. So we have instructed that the Ashanti region, our polling station elections will start from 25th, so that even if we can't solve all the problem, we can solve the majority of the problem.
Meanwhile, Mr. Bernard Ntwibu-Asiakon has appealed to members of the constituency election committees to give level playing field to all aspirants, as he assures of a free and fair process.
It started from about 500, 600 to 800 people in the polling station. And the NEC and the National Council give me only 25 per polling station. So what is available for me as the party, once there is no law, there's no sin. So the law that the NEC and the National Council has given to me is 25. So I'm going to make it available for them to have this 25, for them to compete there. That is why I say we will try to make it fair as much as possible for them to have it. But we are still talking to the election committee executives in various constituencies for them to make it fair for everybody to go.
From Kumasi, for Joy News, Oyemi Teria reporting.